What?
Drooling on the computer.
Yeah.
Meg, does the video quality for the camera look worse for some reason this morning? I feel like I'm low res, John, this morning.
It does look a little funny. Is this one of the new cameras?
No, it's the old camera. Like I have both of them plugged in, but this one's in a slightly different position. But I feel like something is wrong. It doesn't matter. It's better than the hands from last week.
What to do with my hands?
No, you can't sit on
I
my
don't
lap.
know.
The slow just coming up.
All right. We don't have a mark today, and so we'll have Zach play Hoppy. What else do we remember from last time to catch Renan up for a previously on Dungeons and Dragons?
Her life was in my hands yet again, and I saved her repeatedly. She kept trying to get into trouble. No, get over here, Renan. No. What was it? I'm still kind of waking up, so I'm not all that good at this at the moment. Sorry.
We dealt with did we call him from the Gumdrop Forest? They renamed Gallylip the mage to Glop Glop of the Gumdrop Forest because that's apparently easier to remember than Gallylip.
That's right. We
beat him senseless, interrogated him. Go ahead, Zach, if that was enough of a jog.
Yeah, that actually did help. So, the last time you played, you remember we were in the forest, and we were basically trying to get the information or try to find out where we were getting all these dead people. You know, where we found them buried in the forest and stuff. Well, we basically kicked that guy's butt, took him to the town, basically arrested up. What's that?
The cart of dead bodies.
We had the cart of dead bodies that Oni wanted to search thoroughly and then bury. See if we could find anyone that actually knew any of the people. No luck so far. Then we decided to, after we rested up, head back towards where he had come from. We had freed one of the slaves. The slaves kind of helped lead us over here. And we kicked some. We found some monsters, killed them, and that's where we're at now.
And we used our tower.
We did use the tower to store the bodies.
The obelisk.
Yeah, the obelisk, yeah.
That's the one.
I can't hear you. Cannot hear Renan.
I said you put dead people in a closet?
Yes, basically.
In your decision. So we found nothing out, is what you're telling me.
Oh, we found this cave and this portal that we're about to investigate right now.
Okay, so you found nothing out, though. We found
this cave, and it had monsters.
It's a garbage chute for bodies, but it's a portal.
Okay, well, just jump on in, Draco. Get on
we're
in
pretty
there,
sure, the other side where, other things are. So, yeah.
Doors lead to things.
Doors lead to things. Currently, to
hey,
this
I saw
garbage
Eric
chute.
Voss last night.
Say that again?
Sorry, I saw Eric Voss last night.
Nice.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. I saw him and Mariah. Anyways, I got to talk to him for a bit. Doing great. Their daughter's at Cal Poly. He looks good. She looks great. It was really fun to chat with him. Anyways, I'm sorry. Sorry to derail. Sorry, chat.
No.
I know you don't give a shit. But...
I don't give a fuck. That's the only addition is that the prisoner that you guys have, Gallylip, tried to dominate and control Hoppy unsuccessfully. Under duress, led them to the cave and seemed happy to do so. Waiting for you in the cave were several of these quadrupedal tentacle creatures that it seemed as though maybe Gallylip knew would be lying in wait for you, or perhaps even somehow orchestrated that ambush to happen. Was super bummed that they didn't kill you. But the largest of the three assaulted Hoppy, got its tentacles wrapped around his skull and started to brain sucker him a little bit, to the point where Hoppy has now forgotten, has memory gaps of very critical skills, including language.
Yes, he can't speak too pretty good at the moment.
He can only speak Minotaur. And is that similar to the memory wipe that's been happening to the locals?
Yes.
It would seem
Oh my
odd
god,
that there'd be
you guys
two
let
memory
Hoppy
wiping
get
things unrelated.
retarded.
More retarded.
How?
We can't be trusted.
What was the other thing that he can't do now?
He can't intimidate. He lost proficiency in the intimidation skill and lost proficiency in the common language.
Yep. There you go. So can he understand common? Just
No.
can't speak it? No.
He-
So it's all...
He has no proficiency in that language. You guys are speaking
Okay.
gibberish to him, and he only moos and grunts. And
Okay.
But does speak with animals work with a Minotaur?
as long as there's not an intelligence restriction.
Draco is our only hope.
Let me see.
Unless that's also a ranger skeleton, then Draco and Amon are our only hopes.
All right. Are we going to go spelunking through black holes?
I love a good hole.
I'm in. Let's do it. Who is getting inspiration for last session?
Oh, thank you. That was the other thing on my recap.
That was Meg. That was Oni for sure.
3
forget
points
it.
out of 4 attacks,
Yes.
or whatever that was.
Yes, it was ridiculous.
Like I said,
Sad
I
I
will
missed
only ever
4
play her.
crits.
She is
Like
half
it
my
was
lifetime
one
pick.
after the other. It was crazy.
I think I had 3 critical fails last session, and I believe there were 5 critical hits, and 3 of them were Oni.
Yeah.
In one combat.
Sweet.
It was a bit lopsided.
Had to protect my peeps.
Yeah, 2 in a row, looking back up.
Protect my peeps, except one of them now can't communicate, so I'm doing a great job.
He wasn't with the group. He ran off on his own with Fire Guy. And
As you
fighting
saw,
the
he was
big,
in the middle of the room while we were
Yeah.
all in the back.
The big bad was
Now
over
he's a
here,
bit of a marshmallow peep.
and there were 2
Yes,
little
he's
bads
a marshmallow
back
peep,
here.
yes.
So I was protecting
Well-
everybody else.
May Hoppy have learned a hard lesson.
Hoppy's investigation with the blacklight special led to that stone dais in the corner here, marked with runes. This portal is there, remember, not in real life, but simply to suggest what it is. The aperture is not open, but this is, I think Caleb said it best, as like a dead shoot drop for corpses, that somebody is using this as a way to dispose of bodies from somewhere slightly less discreet. And that is as far as we got with that particular bit of investigation. No one's read the arcane runes on the altar, and I think that's what we're picking up today.
So wait, the bodies drop down into this cave from that cavern, or you would drop bodies down from this level to a lower level?
I mean, I
Clearly.
guess I don't think we know that. I think the supposition was that somebody from somewhere else is depositing them into the garbage.
I
That
see.
way the cart could
but
take it and go.
You're right
Yeah.
in that actually hasn't been determined.
But the
I
carts
know.
leaving here with a bunch of dead bodies kind of suggests they're coming from somewhere else.
So I wish to see if I can read the ruins.
To great ruin.
Read the runes, dude.
Read the ruins.
Learn to read the runes.
Draco, you have some difficulty in reading them, as the alphabet they're using is not the common arcane script like you would learn in any of the mage schools around the continent. It's written in like a primitive Kuatoan language. You recognize some of it because there are just sort of like how math is sort of a universal constant regardless of what language you're speaking. Pi is 3.14 regardless of where you are in the world. That being said, you're still having some difficulty deciphering it. As you parse it, I would like a knowledge arcana check from Draco to tell me exactly how much you understand. quite a bit.
Good job.
Smart.
Well,
The spectrum. The runes, interestingly, and perhaps why they were so clearly visible to the Blacklight special, appear to be like so much of what you've encountered here. This seems to have been a magical doorway before the Coatoans found it, but they've reprogrammed it, for lack of a better term. They've repurposed it, made it their own by removing certain key sigils and scrawling their own magics on top of existing things. But whatever this cave connected to likely was at some point or another, something to do with the syndicate, the people who were smuggling Black Lotus stuffs, last year that you guys found them and that the torch helps detect the signature of.
Mm-hmm.
In the past that they've done or have preferred to do dead drop style arrangements with their contraband, including the Black Lotus shipments. Learning now that they employ one-way teleportation or two-way teleportation tactics to do that sort of dead drop makes some kind of sense. It makes the world a little more interesting. The problem with that is that you're afraid that there may not be a way for you to activate the portal on this side. You'll need to spend some time with it. Are you guys comfortable spending an hour while Draco takes the runes apart, or is there anything else you'd like to be doing in that intervening time, knowing that if Draco wants to figure out if this portal is even bi-directional, there's a world where it's just an out only?
One way only.
Is there anything else to investigate in this cave while he's doing
We haven't
that?
started. We could start meandering.
Well, Hoppy used the blue light
I say
special, so I wasn't sure if
we
that
all-
was part of the investigation.
Yeah, let's all look around and we can all investigate and stuff, and Draco can spend an hour with the runes.
I'll get.
There's a short
there
rest. It's
by
like an hour, a short rest, or no?
It can be, except that the people who would want to take a short rest cannot engage in another activity. So, like, since you're doing the reading and retiling of the dais, you could not benefit from a short rest, and anybody who wanted to investigate couldn't. But if, say, like, Hoppy is not good at investigating, nor is he helpful in reprogramming a teleporter, he could probably just take a nap.
I'm not great at investigating, but I am going to stand guard at the entrance to make sure that nothing unexpected comes in.
Okay.
And Hoppy will rest.
Oh no, there should be.
I will investigate. And
Anybody
Hoppy
who would
should-
like to use their hour-long short rest to investigate, if you could drop those checks in the game. I'm going to say in chat, which is not wrong, but feels weird.
Sorry, friends.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. There was a huge delay in my button working, so I hit it a second time.
Good.
Sam?
None of those are great investigations. Having already done a cursory sort of just eyeballs on walls glance, including a pass with the blacklight torch, you uncover nothing else suspicious or secretive. There are certainly no additional invisible Atuyug, nor is there any other evidence of anything else hidden. It seems more and more like this is sort of a waste disposal area, which, as Draco's finding out, is not great news, because that potentially, almost certainly, suggests that the portal is one way, because you don't want your garbage coming back up the chute.
Yeah.
Towards the end of that hour mark, Draco, you've drawn and etched everything into a notebook as you start. Before you start changing anything, you want to make sure you're able to at least put it back the way it was. Common sense practice. Whilst you are considering how this could potentially be rewritten as a spell, the runes begin to slowly glow. Just the first one at like the 6 o'clock position, and then slowly in sequence building clockwise all the way around until about the 3 o'clock position. At that point, it seems like some of your adjustments are stopping it from completing, but it seems like someone on the other side of this is attempting to activate the portal.
Guys, I think we're about to have a visit or a drop. May want to get ready.
I'm moving into position just in case something comes out of the portal.
And Hoppy's still snoring away.
um, the way that you have the rune tiles configured at the moment, their spell can't be completed. The rune of teleportation is incomplete right now. If you want it to be complete, you need to put the piece back together, but for right now, they can't connect. So in other words, unless you want them to be able to open the portal will not open.
Okay, guys, who wants to make a quick jump?
Well, we don't know if it's taking us someplace or if it's
Oh, we're about
bringing
to get something
here.
to visit if I put this in, but that's a door. So
Let's do it.
whatever's open, we can jump through. Someone wake Hoppy up.
Wake his ass up.
Who's gonna kick him?
I'll wake him up. What do I gotta do?
Just kick him.
Poke
Wake him up.
him?
Okay. All right. Drag him up to here because again he can't understand us. We got to
And then
do sign
calmly
language.
explain it. Yeah.
All right, you guys ready? I'm on. You gonna come in or following us, or are you gonna just stay back here?
I'm just gonna stay a little bit further back.
Well,
To
once I
shoot
open
him.
it, I think we need to jump through. So
Using primitive hand signs and emotionally intuitive glances, someone explained to Hoppy that we're reprogramming this teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
yes, and okay, ready to jump?
Wait, we're
Because I don't
jumping?
think it's going to be bodies
We're gonna try.
falling in.
I don't know if we
Oh,
can.
let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna put it back to how it's supposed to go.
Okay, reorganizing the glyphs in their correct order completes the teleportation circle. There's a sudden surge of arcane power, and this small bead of purple energy rapidly expands and swells into this enormous arcane gateway before you. By both necessity and by intimidation, it sort of forces you all to take one safety step backwards as the swirling portal is now almost 8 feet in diameter, filling the floor to ceiling of this entire space. You are able to see through it into a dimly lit room. You can see the flickering of torchlight on the other side, and if you're quiet, you can hear some scuffling and shuffling about.
And Hoppy's just gonna run through because it's a Hoppy move.
I'm gonna be right behind him.
And then I go, okay, I guess we're going, and go to in as well.
And you are all shredded by a Rick hacked portal gun.
It
Yep.
can
All
try.
give me one quick sec. I was expecting there to be some hesitation.
It's Hoppy. He never hesitates.
Thought maybe we'd look first before we leapt. Not even a
We
little
did.
bit.
We did. We saw torchlight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Quick chip for habitable atmosphere.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I rolled 20.
Am I playing Hoppy wrong? Would he just sit there and wait, or would he barge
No,
through?
that feels very right to me.
Okay, thank you.
Doesn't mean it's good. It just seems exactly like what he would do.
It's accurate. I think that's most of our games playing with you, John. Like, oh, okay, we're doing that. All right. Drew all my work I did prior. You jerks.
It does feel familiar. All right, give me just 1 second to move you all. Now that roll 20 is done being a butthole. Well, it's never not done being a butthole, but for right now. Did that work?
Yep.
I see all white.
I
Is
see
that
a nice
correct?
room.
No.
Nope. That's a
You should-
lot of bodies.
You should see
Oni
a map.
died and went to heaven.
I see all white.
I would try reloading then. If everybody else is able to see it, then that's a.
Whoa, dude, that is a pile of fucking bodies.
You emerge in this space dimly lit by both torches ensconced on the wall and the small soft glow of some kind of glowing crystal. It is energized, but at its core looks like it's ringed and magically enchanted chunk of lapis lazuli.
I have completely lost internet.